The film begins with Jake Tyler, a high school student, helping his football team secure a crucial victory. During the game, a player from the opposing team insults Jake's deceased father, who passed away in a drunk driving accident. Jake, known for his short fuse, gets into a fight. Onlookers capture the altercation on their phones and cameras, and the footage gets uploaded to YouTube. After the game, Jake informs his friend that they're relocating to another city, so he won't have much time to hang out. He lives with his mother and younger brother, who has earned a tennis scholarship in Florida due to his exceptional talent in the sport. While packing, Charlie accidentally drops a suitcase, revealing one of their late father's shirts inside. Upon seeing the shirt, Jake is triggered by memories of his deceased father. He harbors resentment towards his father because he blames himself for the fatal accident that took his life. Despite offering to drive instead of his drunk father, he wasn't allowed, and the accident occurred while his father was at the wheel. Jake believes that had he been driving that day, his father might still be alive. This tragic incident becomes a target for mockery from his peers at school. As a result, Jake vents his frustrations by inscribing useless stuff on his father's box. After relocating to a new city and school, he encounters a student named Max being assaulted by others in the schoolyard. Initially hesitant to intervene, Jake eventually steps in to stop the violence. However, he discovers that the altercation was actually a semi-sanctioned mixed martial arts fight, and his intervention is met with resistance from Max and his friends. In Jake's class, there's a girl named Baha who struggles to answer a question during the lesson. Jake steps in and provides the answer instead. After class, they engage in conversation, and Jake starts to develop feelings for her. The following day at school, Max approaches Jake and informs him about one of his videos going viral among the students. This video showcases Jake's altercation with a rival football player from his previous school who insulted his father. As a result, Jake gains fame in his new school, with everyone having seen the video. However, this newfound reputation casts him in a light of aggression among the girls. One afternoon after school, Jake bumps into Baha, who invites him to a party later that evening. He prepares himself and heads to the party at Ryan's house, who is also a classmate of theirs. Ryan holds significant popularity in the school as he is the reigning MMA champion and is dating Baha. Upon Jake's arrival, Ryan greets him warmly, but then challenges him to a fight in front of everyone. Ryan has a competitive nature and always strives to excel in everything he does. The party attendees eagerly anticipate the fight. Initially hesitant, Jake eventually agrees to the fight when Ryan taunts him about his father's death. Once the fight commences, Ryan dominates, delivering a thorough beating to Jake throughout the altercation. The fight is recorded and shared online, leading to Jake facing ridicule and embarrassment at school. He returns home with visible injuries and is noticed by his brother. He advises Charlie to keep the fight incident from their mother. Charlie reassures him that it won't be necessary as she'll notice his injuries herself. Following the altercation, Jake discontinues attending school. Max visits him at home and proposes that he start training, offering to introduce him to his own coach. Jake accepts the offer, and Max takes him to the fighting gym where he trains under a man named Gene Roqua, who was once a skilled fighter himself. Roqua permits Jake to join the club. Subsequently, Baha visits Jake at his home since he has been absent from school for several days. Jake expresses his frustration towards Baha, feeling betrayed as she had invited him to the party that led to the fight with her boyfriend, resulting in his humiliation. Baha, however, claims she had no intention of things escalating in that manner. Jake's mentor begins his training regimen, emphasizing his strict adherence to discipline and regulations. He imposes a rule prohibiting students from engaging in fights outside the club premises, warning Jake that violation of this rule will result in expulsion. Jake agrees to abide by the rule. Upon returning home that evening, his mother questions him about the money he withdrew from their account. Jake confesses that he has joined a fighting club, which displeases his mother as she opposes his involvement in the fighting scene. Despite her anger, Jake remains resolute and continues training under his instructor. Although his instructor was once a skilled fighter, he harbors inner dissatisfaction and sadness, keeping his emotions to himself. Jake eventually returns to school but still avoids Baha, although she attempts to approach him. Attempting to reconcile, Baha apologizes to Jake for her involvement in the altercation with Ryan, but Jake refuses to forgive her. When Ryan displays no remorse for his actions or aggressive behavior, Baha decides to end their relationship. In response, Ryan becomes physically aggressive, grabbing Baha forcefully. Jake intervenes to protect Baha, but Ryan insults him about his father once more before leaving. Still seething with anger during practice, Jake is instructed by Rokwa to leave the gym until he calms down. On the way home from the gym with Max, Jake impulsively stops the car, leading to a road rage altercation with a group of men. Jake emerges victorious in the brawl, and Max records the incident, which spreads around the school, elevating Jake's social status. Despite Jake's newfound popularity, Ryan is displeased with the turn of events. Fed up with being overshadowed by Jake, Ryan decides to confront him in the bathroom and physically assaults him. During the altercation, Ryan challenges Jake to participate in the beatdown, an underground fighting tournament where Ryan reigns as the champion. Seeking information about the beatdown, Jake turns to Max, who provides him with details about the event and its competitive nature. The tournament attracts skilled fighters, and matches typically conclude with a knockout. Meanwhile, Jake's instructor learns of his involvement in a fight outside the gym, violating the club's cardinal rule. Enraged by Jake's disregard for the rule, Rokwa expels him from the club immediately, making it clear that he is not welcome to return. Later, while at the market, Jake encounters Rokwa, and they discuss Jake's father. Jake recounts the tragic circumstances of his father's death in a drunk driving accident and shares how he is often taunted by others for being unable to save his father that fateful night. Jake recounts the incidents at the party to Rokwa, detailing how Ryan assaulted him not just once, but twice. Moved by Jake's plight, Rokwa empathizes with him and invites him back to the club, intensifying his training with renewed determination. During a jog, Rokwa shares a personal story about his own family. He reveals that he had a younger brother named Joseph, who was a talented mixed martial artist. One day, Joseph faced off against a local bully in a bar, intending to confront him alone. Despite winning the fight, Joseph was tragically shot and killed by the bully's companions. Rokwa's father blamed him for allowing the situation to escalate, leading to unnecessary violence. This incident prompted Rokwa to leave home and avoid returning to Brazil for the past 7 years. He confesses to Jake that he struggles to face his father after disappointing him so deeply. One day, Jake's mother visits his gym and pays his fees for the next 2 months, indicating her acceptance of his fighting pursuits. Rokwa notices her and compliments her on having a good son. Meanwhile, Jake seeks out Baha and apologizes for ignoring her, leading to them expressing their feelings and starting a relationship. Max receives a message about the upcoming beatdown, prompting him to inform Jake. Initially hesitant, Jake declines to participate, suspecting it's what Ryan desires. However, when Ryan learns of Jake's decision, he lures Max to McCarthy Manor under false pretenses and viciously beats him. Fearing for his friend's safety, Jake reconsiders and decides to enter the beatdown, intending to face Ryan. Rokwa intervenes, warning Jake that he'll be banned from the gym if he participates. Jake acknowledges Rokwa's concern but insists on confronting the conflict head-on, unlike Rokwa's avoidance with his own father. He believes the mistake lies in avoiding conflicts, not in fighting itself. Despite an injury, Jake advances through the tournament, reaching the semi-finals. Baha arrives to support him, understanding his determination to fight so he won't have to fight again. Learning of Ryan's disqualification, Jake decides to forfeit, deeming it unnecessary to continue. As he and Baha try to leave, Ryan confronts Jake, leading to a fight in the parking lot. Despite his injury, Jake ultimately defeats Ryan, using the techniques Rokwa taught him. With Ryan defeated, Jake feels relieved, while Rokwa decides to reconcile with his father by visiting him in Brazil. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.